Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we'll look at how you can map US counties database. The first thing we need to do is to import the GEE Hydro, which is a package or library that helps you visualize your maps on Earth Engine, the Python API. So the first thing is you run this batch of script. This is a smart script which lets you import that if you don't have it already. So you'll execute that by clicking run, the run button here. And additionally, you need to import a few libraries, including Earth Engine, EE import, and also Folium. And the GE Hydro, and I'll execute that to import these libraries. The next thing is to you need to import or rather install, authenticate, and initialize the Earth Engine Python API. So this script is written in a way that if it's not already, it will let you install and authenticate, but if it's already existing and authenticated, you'll skip it. Okay. So I'll execute that, and because I already have installed, authenticated, and initialized Earth Engine, I don't need to do anything. The next part of the script is this Python script is the map canvas for my visualization. I'll import the Folium library and define lat long information for my map. And I can also choose a background, a Google Maps background over here, and then I'll execute that. The most important part of my script is in the previous lecture, we have seen state boundaries for the United States, all states in the United States. Now in this exercise or lecture, we'll import US counties data. So I'll declare a variable data here, data set here, and import the feature collection. I'll provide the ID, the feature collection ID, which is Tiger 2018, and counties. So it's a counties data for all of the United States, and I'll define some visualization parameter here. So that means for each state it will provide different colors ranging this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So any state has any state county boundary has this different colors, either of these colors. Okay, that's just simply for visualizing, differentiating state boundaries when you map the counties. We'll see that in a bit. Okay, and the other thing is instead of okay, so these are like the counties are strings, so I'll change that into numbers by changing the state ID to EE number, Earth Engine numbers. So this will convert that into a numeric. And the other thing is I can simply change, technically I can generate a simple image so that it serves me as a background. The next important thing is I'll map the counties outline. This is county boundaries, and I'll define a color and the width of that boundary. And also my feature collection is the county dataset I've already imported. And the last thing I need to do is display that counties outline right here. So map.addLayer will help me to display my counties boundary data, and I'll name it as county outlines, right? And this is just the default black and white for all counties, versus here the county outline I can define color, widths, and all that. So I can change different style parameters here in this case. So a generic version of mapping counties database, and this is more like, you know, adjusting different style parameters. Okay, so I'll go ahead and execute this, and once I execute that, it doesn't display. I need to call map, which is already defined here, the volume, and then when I execute this part of the code, I'll be able to you know, visualize all the counties in every state of the United States. Okay, so as you can see, this is the colors, you know, designed the state boundary, and the counties, you can see them in black and white. So for example, if you look at here, these are like the black and white are like county boundaries, different counties in California. So the state is this is the state boundary. So all of the counties here in California have this blue color. Okay, and for example here, this is Nevada, and you know, these are, you know, county boundaries within Nevada. So all of the counties in Nevada are colored yellow. So that's kind of a way to kind of display or differentiate, you know, counties from one state to the other, so that it will help us to, you know, visualize. So these are like the, you know, different counties in the United States. So that's how you can display and visualize counties database in the United States using the Earth Engine Python API using a Jupyter Notebook.